Hachette Audio presents Shoedog, written by George Pelecanos, read by Dan Woren. Dedication to my parents. Chapter 1. The first thing Constantine noticed, as the car pulled over and slowed to a stop, was the bumblebee emblem on the grille. The car had been repainted, twice at least, and the paint now covered the stripes and graphics that had originally wrapped the rear quarter panels and trunk. Constantine listened to the big engine idle, checked the dual scoops on the hood. Stripes or no, this was a '69 Super B. He had not seen one of those on the road since high school. The second thing he noticed was the guy driving the car. From what Constantine could make out, a gray flat top, and below that a creased forehead barely clearing the top of the wheel, the guy looked small and a little old to be driving a '60s muscle car. The car appeared to be sound, though, and a ride was always just a ride. Constantine dropped his thumb and lifted the padded strap of his JanSport pack, easing it onto his shoulder, and walked toward the Dodge that was stopped on the berm. He bent forward and leaned his forearm on the lip of the open passenger window. "Thanks for stopping," Constantine said. "Sure," the old man said. "Hop in." Constantine tossed his pack on the back seat and dropped into the passenger seat, shutting the door. The old man threw the Hurst shifter into first, gave the Dodge some gas. The car spit gravel, moved off the shoulder, and accelerated onto the two-lane. They drove northwest on 260, the interstate densely lined by oak and scrub pine, broken occasionally by odd isolated residences, sprawling ramblers of brick and stone. The radio was off, but the old man was moving his head rhythmically, a slight childish smile on his face as he pointed at the low white-flowering trees that dotted the interior of the woods. "Wild dogwoods," he said, turning his head briefly to Constantine. The old man's eyes looked blue as the spring sky, his smile broad and genuine, though it was not a smile to cause worry. Constantine looked at the eyes and the tough hands grasping the wheel, and decided at once that these were not the eyes or the hands of a chicken hawk. "Maryland's beautiful this time of year. Beautiful." Constantine nodded. "Today was a nice one. I was down at Chesapeake Beach this morning, looking out at the bay." He had sat there.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?